It's indeed a great pleasure to inaugurate this exhibition, and as a part of Handloom Day celebration of DakshinaChitra, we have this exhibition Resist Revive shows 3 kinds of the lesser known textiles of Tamil Nadu. One which is printed, one which is woven, and the other which is the batik method. And we're very delighted to have to show the examples of Gayatri, an IT professional who's turned into this textile researcher and revivalist. And the saris that you see here are the product of 5 years of research. I'm also particularly delighted to have Ms. Visalakshi Ramaswamy as our chief guest. Of course, she needs no introduction, but it's important for me to say a few things and to place on record a few things about her. Visalakshi runs the MRM Cultural Foundation, which is in its 25th year, and it's been a leader, an industry leader, as it were, of documentation, of creating archives, and using the documentation and the archives for a very systematic and precise revival. So her revivals have ranged from placing Athangudi tiles on the map, to egg plaster, to Kandangi saris, to revival and what is the most important and what is the most well-known is the Kotan. It was a fabulous exhibition a couple of weeks ago at the Folly, which showed the entire journey of the revival of the Kotan from its very humble but beautiful status as just a receptacle of to almost becoming and to really at the border of art and craft. So as I thought this was the best choice that we could have to encourage young people who are also doing, going that. It was a delight that Debbie is able to join us, now a rare figure now at DakshinaChitra, rare, but very happy, because I think this brings together people who've sort of laid the path for us to tell us ways and methods and approaches to look at revival, and not in a static manner, but in a very interesting and present and modern manner. So thank you, Visalakshi, for joining us. Thank you, Debbie, for coming. Would you like to say a few words, Gayatri? Yeah, okay.
I think a lot of you don't know, but Visalakshi was my partner when we first started this before we opened. And she helped a lot in design for some of our exhibitions. And she very happily for us got our canteen running. And she was just all over. She worked with the staff also. And she's a highly disciplined person, so she expects discipline from people. And so she did a wonderful job. And we're happy that her RM Foundation has done so well.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be here after a long time. This feels like home to me. It's not a new place or anything. And of course, I enjoyed working here. And whatever I'm doing now, of course, DakshinaChitra has influenced my work a lot. I was given an opportunity to do what I liked here. So I'm very happy to say I was part of this. I still am anytime I'm required. And I'm very happy to be part of this Handloom exhibition, because that's also very close to my heart. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. So I first met Debbie ma'am in one of my Indigo tours. So that's when we had a talk about textiles of Tamil Nadu. And then thank you, Anita ma'am, for giving me this space to display the lesser known textiles of Tamil Nadu. And Visalakshmi ma'am, I met her probably like 2-3 weeks before. And we were talking about Sikal Naikapet, and it's so nice to have her here for the inauguration of the exhibition. So thank you, everyone. Yeah. So this is the first piece in the exhibition. So you can see the original that is displayed over here. It was block printed in Kumbakonam using natural dyes, and this particular pattern is also block printed using natural dyes. It has borders and pallu as well, but we just started experimenting with this piece, so we just got the body done. It's in 100 count hand-spun, hand-woven cotton. So this was earlier done in Kumbakonam, and now we've recreated it in Dindigul. So that's about this one. And we have 2 gorgeous male models here. So they are wearing a printed fabric as a dhoti. That particular pattern was done in Orkot, and this one was done in Madras. And We've given them a sickle knife and pet technique stole over here. So this was earlier done. The sickle knife and pet technique was earlier done for tombais and temple chariots, and now they've migrated and into doing saris and stoles. So this one is a canopy pattern, a very small pattern, and this one is from a bigger canopy pattern. So what you see here is real beetle wings that have been cut, drilled into perfect shapes and then embroidered on a fabric. The original is from John Wright's collection as a stole. We took one particular motif from it and we've recreated it as a wall hanging here. You can see simple Ari work threads, and then these beetle wings have been embellished into this particular design using 2 green threads just to make sure it is like, stuck up on the fabric, but these are actually embroidered. This is my first recreation done exactly 5 years ago, Tanjavur Ikat. We can find this in Forbes Watson's catalog and also in Victoria and Albert Museum archives. That is about this, and these were initially woven for the temple royal, these were initially woven for the royals, and people wore it for temple ceremonies. So that's about this, and this is Susi border sari. They mentioned it to be silk and cotton, and it was used for trouserings, but we wanted to do an experiment and make it as a satin border sari. That's how this border came into existence. So Susi basically means striped fabric, and you have like 2 to 3 striped patterns here. So if it has 2 stripes, it is called as do kanni, and if it has 3 stripes, it is called as teen kanni. So that's about Susi here. You can still see documentation of it in Sindhi and all. And this one is probably my favorite of the ikat. We cannot do this anymore. So you can see a lady draping it very beautifully here, and she has ikat both on the top side and the bottom side. But we had this yali patterned ikat only on the bottom side, and the body you can see some stripes that has an outline along with what you call the tudripu. So the tudripu background has a pink base to it. So this was quite difficult for us to do. You can find this in Rukmani Arundale's archives as well. So we kind of got inspired because we were not sure how these stripes looked here. So we kind of reimagined it and wanted to play it differently. And that's how we came with this border. And you can see Kanchipuram and Yatri. So this particular piece was woven in Kanchipuram, and Yatri being the brand name that is woven in the pallu. That's about this. And here you can see Kinnaras and Kinnari, both being celestial, both are celestial beings. And one is called, the Kinnara is called as the male, and Kinnari means female. It's half human and half bird. Mostly you can see them as musicians in court. And that's how we came at it. The original was a wall hanging in Coromandel Coast, and we got inspired from it and created a small stole from here. And that's about it. And here you can see the beautiful sickle knife and pet technique done. You have Manmadan and Radhi. Manmadan sitting on a Navanari Kunjara comprised of 9 women, and Radhi sitting on a Panchanari Kunjara comprising of 5 women. It is said that Manmadan is, how do you put that? Manmadan is the leader of the Navarasas, so that's why he's sitting on, a Navanari Kunjara, and they are playing with sugarcane arrows. So that's how you can see the original painting here in the Ramanath Palace. We saw it, we took a trace of it and shared it with a sickle knife and pet artist and got it done. The border of the sari, you call it as a rising border or, an aeroplane border. So sickle knife and pet mainly uses 3 colors. It is black, red and yellow. And we stuck with 2 colors for this just to, bring out the pallu. That's about it. So what you see here is a Kutni border sari. Kutni is done in Tanjavur, though there are origins of it from the Middle East. The term Kutni is still there, and it has somehow traveled to Tanjavur. So Kutni is nothing basically but mushroom. You have satin on top and cotton in the back side. You can see it here. So this is your front part and this is your back part, and it's interlocked to your body using the core white technique. So your border is mushroom, your body is pure silk, and here's your pallu. Your pallu is done using the bendu technique. You can see it over here. And this particular pattern is found in Forbes Watson's catalog, and we wanted to do a Ganga Jamuna variation to it. So one side has the maroon color and one side has mustard color to it. This one of my other favorite, it's called as Pattu Zarigai Podavai, found in VNA archives. The original was in hot pink, as you can see here. And we initially thought it to be a Paithani technique that was done here. But none of the technique was mentioned in the archive. So we stuck to Meenakari work and we created the exact pattern what you saw here in a dual tone. So that was in hot pink, but we wanted to do it in a dual tone, and that's how we came up with this beautiful purple. And here is a natural indigo sari. You can still smell the fresh indigo of this sari. It has a vintage car, a gramophone, and you can also see a flower pot motif here. These were quite a rage in the 1960s, and we tried to recreate this in Kanchipuram using natural dyes. And this is the only natural dye sari in this whole of exhibition. Ones were earlier done in Tirunelveli, and they used both 3-point pen and 1-point pen. So for these 3 lines, you have a 3-point pen, and for this particular one, you have a 1-point pen. So this one, they used as for wall hangings and for decorative purposes.
You did it in Madhya Pradesh?
Yeah, I did it in Madhya Pradesh, ma'am.
Whereabouts?
In Ujjain. Yeah.
Do they have a larger reading community there?
No, it's all hand painted. No, there are 2 families there who are willing to experiment all these types of things. So I reached with 2 of them. So
You brought the fabric and
yes, I gave them the design, I gave them the sketch. So and then they kind of did it for me. The pallu we were not sure what to do, so we thought we'll go with the crack batik method and just leave it as such. They did do the dyeing, yeah. It's normal hand painted batik. Yeah. For this one, they used only single point pen for everything, but the earlier method, they used both 3-point and 2-point pen. So it's called as irumbu thurigai. So the one that you use for drawing with iron for batik.
And this batik pen is different from the one they use in Sri Lanka?
No, ma'am. It's almost same, ma'am. Almost same.
Sheila has done such a
Wonderful job. And they have a very beautiful pen, where even like a bulb which holds all the ink, and then it's very nice.
Yeah. And this one is from Kumbakonam, ma'am. This one is, I first saw this in V&A archives, and then I started looking for, what are the batiks we have, and that's when I came to know there's a book called Cotton Hand Painted and Printing Units in Madras. So that's how I find the other patterns over there.
Very nice, and the colors are beautiful.
Thank you, ma'am. This one is like in Karpur. This was earlier done in Karpur. So we initially traced the pattern and did this sari. But later, upon a closer look, we found out it doesn't have pipe-like patterns, but it has dotted lines. So that's the second one. So this was the first attempt, and that was the second attempt over there.
And these are all the same as this.
They're all done on silk?
Yeah, they're all done. This one is Thasar. That is also, all the rest are mulberry silk, but the last one is also Thasar. Yeah. This is mulberry silk. This is Murshidabad silk. So it flows really nice. And these people are very happy to work with Murshidabad. Except Kanchipuram, everybody is fine with all the fabrics.
Kanchipuram is the most difficult. You
Yeah.
can't deal with them, but anyway, you can't do without them. So,
And that particular pattern, they called it to be elephant leg flower pattern, the one on the right. And this one is Magiram flower.
so Radhika, I just have to run. Otherwise, I would
Yes,
like
ma'am.
to spend more time here. But we'll meet again.
Definitely,
Okay,
ma'am.
thank
Yeah.
you so
Thank you
much.
so much, ma'am.
And it's a beautiful exhibition.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yeah, and
Devi.
you come again.
I'm coming. I'll
And
come
you look
again.
at all the things you haven't
Yes.
seen.
Yes. But at this moment, I'm just spinning like
I
one
know,
windmill.
I know.
I don't know what's happening.
Always spinning like a windmill.
Yes. So that's
She
it.
never stops working.